Hi, I'm Saravanan. In this short video, we will discuss about what is that one thing that children, teenagers or young adults need to develop if they need to be successful and happy in future. It's very important to know because today the conflict between parents and children or teachers and children and even young adults for that matter is the parents want their children to study, focus, be disciplined so that they can be happy in future. So most of the parents focus on good marks, high grades, accomplishments at the top level. Sometimes they would have given up. They say it's all okay, yaar. Let him pass, that is enough. And there is one more category where let him at least go to college regularly, school regularly, that's enough. I will take care of everything. So these are three levels depending upon the type of child they have. But what parents want is a bright future for their children. Depending upon the personality or the behavior of children, they keep titrating, oscillating between various goals. If we ask the child says, especially today's children say, I know it, just leave me alone. I will get up, I know when to get up. Please go and exercise, I know to exercise. Can you have healthy food? I know what to eat. This is what they say. They do not want their freedom to be in any way tested or constricted. They do not want to lose their freedom. And parents are in a very, I would say, tight space. It's a catch-24 situation. You can't force, nor you can leave. Now, how do we handle this? Let's start from the frame or the lens of the parents. Most parents today who are the age group between 35 to 50, I think you should divide that also. If you are above 50 years or 45, 50 years old, then at the time when you were studying, the scenario was different. The demand for engineers, the demand for medical students, the demand for computer science was very high. It was very high. When I say demand, the demand from the society was very high. The number of colleges were very less, and they were the aspirational courses. Somehow become an engineer, somehow become a doctor, somehow, or computer science was just coming up at that time. If you're around 50, you will know it was just coming up at that time, computer science, when you were in 12th standard. If I'm 35, maybe less than 40 years old, then computer science was, I would say, as big as engineering or even to an extent medicine, because you had the third choice. I didn't get medicine, I didn't get engineering, I can still go to computer science in a normal college. But today the situation is completely different. Why? You have more medical colleges, more engineering colleges, empty seats are not getting filled up on computer science, you know it. Wherever you go, you have. Which means the number of institutions offering these courses are very high in number. The degrees are all around, and which means that a guaranteed degree, even if it is from a top college, is not going to give you the job or the career that you want. Because a recent study, I just came across that, it says that 33% of graduates, management graduates from Harvard and Stanford, they have not got job offers. It is not that they did not get an offer, but it did not meet the standards, so they are refusing the jobs. So I am talking about Harvard graduates and Stanford graduates, not about colleges in India or any other country. Top, supposed to be the top or not, I do not know. Which means degrees are all around. Companies are looking for something different. That's number one. Second, artificial intelligence. Nearly 50% of the job which have huge demand today, or supposed to have demand today, or many people aspire for, will become obsolete in another 10 years' time. They say accountants, the job may become obsolete in 10 years' time. Artificial intelligence. Doctors are worried. They say robots can prescribe and do surgeries. They can do. Engineers, automation is happening at all levels. Computer science, you learn 2-3 programs, one man can do the program of 1,000, 10,000 people if you just know a program. Which means all the most in-demand courses or courses which are considered to be very important now may not have value after 10 years because it's changing very fast. Parents know it, children also know it. They are in a different framework. Now the question is, what do we do? Because parents still have that feeling, one degree one degree, one job, life is settled. That is gone. That is gone 20 years back. Today the situation is different. Now let's come to formal education. Even if you have formal education, there is no guarantee that you will be successful and happy. Yes, there are people with formal education, top institutes or even small institutes. They are at the top level today. Yes, good. There are equally or even more and more number of people who have studied even in top universities, toppers of universities and colleges, being jobless, depressed, and whatever. No formal education. Yes, you have political leaders, you have businessmen who have no formal education, very successful. No formal education, on the dumps. Yes, that's also there. Which means education or lack of education, or formal education, which means that formal degree from a college or no formal degree from a college is not that big a criteria for success today and happiness today. But what is that which successful people have in common? Whether they have formal degree, they do not have a formal degree, what they have in common, if you ask me, is they have a free mind. They have a free, disciplined mind. And that is one that can help one succeed no matter what. As a parent, what am I doing to help my child experience freedom and discipline, which we call as responsible freedom? How do we do that? Because if that one thing is brought in as a quality, then no matter what, they will succeed. Responsible freedom, which means right discipline. But now the challenge is they don't even get up early in the morning. They don't even go to school on time. They don't come back on time. I have to wake them up. I have to make them do their homework. I have to remind them for semester exam. Where is discipline? Yes. Now the question is, how do we develop it? First, the question which we should ask is, am I giving importance to discipline? Am I giving importance to emotional intelligence? Am I giving importance to the emotional well-being? Or am I giving importance to make use of all these three to make them study something, to make them achieve something which I like is a question. Because you just find out. If you ask your child to plan for a trip or to go and play at 5 o'clock in the morning, he'll get up at 4:30 on his own. Yes or no? He'll get up at 4:30 on his own because 5 o'clock I have to go and play. I have to go to school at 8, you get up at 7, you know the drama that happens at home. Correct? Which means when they need it, when they desire it, they are ready to do it. But now I want that discipline, that focus on something in which I am interested. That's where the clash happens. That's where the clash happens. A lot of energy is wasted at home in trying to meet these desires, a lot of compromise and everything, and the child actually wonders what to do. The child is by and large shrewd enough. He will say, okay, I'll manage something, do something to satisfy the parents, but he'll get his things done. But if parents are really overpowering, they'll give up everything, do what parents say, and they will sulk within themselves. Third category of people, they'll just rebel. If they sulk, they rebel after some time. Otherwise, by now they would have reached a stage where they'll just say, I don't want to listen to you. Then parents don't know what to do. Correct? Now, the question is, what do we or how do we handle it? Let's come back to the first question. What is that one quality that is needed to succeed tomorrow, succeed today? That one quality, actually, in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, Sthita Prajna. Sthita Prajna means, I know my goal, I know what to do, and whatever be the situation, I will move towards it. It's actually happening. I need to get up at 5 o'clock because I have to be in the ground at 6. If my bike doesn't work, I call my friend, somehow I ensure that I be there at 6 o'clock. Which means no matter what, I'll go there if I like it. We are just doing it. But if you're trying to do something which I don't like, then I will not. Correct. But can I use that quality, which is already inherent in children, and enhance that quality of being able to achieve what they really want to achieve, get that deep inside them, and then slightly add one more thing of it, or do something else. But if you go into the zone of forcing them to do only what you want, change, then they rebel. The question here is, how do we handle it? Just one quality which has to come in a home environment or in a family environment is an environment of self-discipline with everyone, which means you have all the technical knowledge, you have the skills to apply the technical knowledge, but what will help you succeed? Discipline. Focus, ability to focus for a long time. Now, how can you inculcate that habit right from childhood? We should actually pick up things which they like first and see, observe how they did. Whatever be the age, this is a very simple trick. Find out what they do well, what they are doing so well, so happily. Even if it is a useless job, be with them for some time. Let them do it. When you are being with them, when you give them some time, permission, then they at least do that thing without any guilt. They also feel that yes, my parents, they may not support me, but at least they don't stop me. Then once a sufficient understanding and bonding develops, once they get some idea about your intention for them, then maybe making them change track or add something more useful can help. Because once you develop a quality of focus, accomplishment in one area of life, then it is easy to translate it in any other area of life. Which means, even if I give them gold, unless they know the value of gold, they may not protect it. They may not even if you give it just like that, they'll put it in their pocket and go, they'll come back and say, I lost it. Why? They just don't know the value. Then you'll come back and wonder, I gave something very important for you, very expensive, you lost it. Why? They didn't know the value. You knew the value of gold. One quality which children need to develop or parents need to develop is the quality of sthita prajna, which means in a way it's emotional intelligence, emotional resilience, which means I know what I need to achieve in a certain situation, I know what to do to achieve in that situation, and I enter the situation not hoping to do what I want to do, but to first perceive what is happening, to understand how the situation is, then managing my emotions in such a way that I can achieve my goal and come back. That's a quality. You can call it mindfulness, you can call it centeredness, whatever be it, whatever be the name you give. It is an ability to preserve the emotional and energy integrity of myself and be able to achieve what I want. The benefit is, if this one quality comes up, is nurtured from childhood, no matter what be the situation in future, the child can thrive, not just thrive, be successful. No matter what, they can be successful. This is one quality that we should be able to nurture in our children from an age which is as early as possible. And the good news is, you can start off whatever be their age. Thank you.